Even if you live by yourself, when you wake up in the morning, is the first thing you do make your bed? Or do you leave it a mess all day? You have dishes in the sink. Is your house a mess? Just the physicalness of your house. That's order in your kingdom. That's the first piece of order in your kingdom, right? And we've often said how you do anything is how you do everything. So if your house is a disaster, how's your finances? How's your relationships? How's your health? How's your appearance? How's your confidence? All of those are aspects of order in your kingdom. If you don't have those things in order, it's going to be hard to move to the next pillar. These pillars are in this order for a reason, right? Because you can't have the next one without the previous one.
Absolutely.
So the first one, sovereignty.
Yep.
What does sovereignty mean? Well, you are in command of your own life, your own boundaries, right? Within your life, your own borders, same thing.
Yep.
Within your life, you are sovereign, meaning you are in control.
Or command.
Yeah. So you have to have, as we have said, your standards are your floor, your boundaries are your walls. Right? You have to have clearly defined standards and boundaries for yourself as much as for other people to have sovereignty. Because if you don't, shit's going to run amok. Let's maybe draw a comparison between southern border of the United States right now. Might notice that there's a lack of sovereignty. There's a lack of a border. Whatever your political opinion about it is, the reality is we have seen a 10x increase in the amount of illegal immigration or crossings. I don't know if you can call it immigration when it's become an invasion. In the last 2 to 3 years. So there's no sovereignty. So you are no longer in control of what comes in. What do you think that's going to do to your kingdom? What do you think it's doing to the kingdom?
So a man that is out of sovereignty in his life, how's that going to show up?
Well, one of
Lack
the 5
of boundaries. Right?
One of the 5 pains of men that we mentioned in a previous episode is the pleaser. Right? So if you're the pleaser,
giving away
you're
your
saying
power.
yes. What's
giving
that?
away your power.
Yeah, saying yes
abdicating
to
your
everything.
power.
Yeah. There's no sovereignty there.
No
Or
freedom.
being a doormat for people.
Yeah.
Right? If you're overworked and underpaid and your boss goes, hey, I need you to stay this weekend and do this one more thing. Okay. You have no sovereignty.
Or how many men do that in their relationship where they just, they finally get to the point. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yes, dear.
No sovereignty. So a man embodying king energy, number one, for a reason, is sovereignty. Must have command and control over your own energy.
Yeah. And I want to add one more example of that too, because it may not be with anybody outside of yourself. You wish to lose weight, you wish to get in shape, but when you see the Krispy Kreme donut store, you make a U-turn right into that parking lot, or you grab the alcohol, or you grab the chips, or you grab the weed, or whatever it is that you're giving your power away to. Guess what? You have no sovereignty.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Number 2 is order. So we talk about it. Order in the kingdom. If you can go into that imagination place of being a king in a kingdom, your kingdom, and for most men, your kingdom is your home, your physical structure, your home. That's your kingdom. And then outside of that, it's the people you're responsible for and the people in your influence. And order is about, do you bring order to the kingdom? Are the people in your life flourishing? Are the crops flourishing? Is there stability? Do people feel safe within the borders of your kingdom? And all of this for a man comes down to how much order you have in your own life, the ability to take care of yourself, to provide, to protect, to take care of all the basic necessities. So when there's chaos in your kingdom, there's disorder. So if there's challenges, you are, as a man in a home, the strongest heartbeat in that home. You are the strongest rhythm setter as the king energy.
Mhm.
Even if you live alone, you're setting a tone and an energy within your home. So order is about making sure that those floors are solid.
Yeah. Yeah. Without sovereignty, there is no order. Right. And again, drawing the parallel of what's happening in our country right now. And I don't care. Honestly, Michael will tell you that about me. There's a lot of times I give zero F's about people's opinions about this. I don't care if you think it's controversial. The truth is, with this border invasion, we are losing order in the kingdom. We're becoming overrun, and we're seeing veterans being displaced to make space for illegal aliens. We're seeing, cost of everything going up. We're seeing safety going down. So there's no order in the kingdom.
Right. There's
So how
chaos
does
right
it
now. It's
What's
building
that?
anyway. There's chaos in the bigger kingdom, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And
whether that's intentional or whatever, it's happening.
yeah, we're not even going there. That could become a whole episode. So let's again relate it back to the macro, back to the micro, relate it back to yourself.
Right.
Where are you lacking order in your kingdom? By the way,
This is a big
as
one for
Michael
men.
said, even if you live by yourself, when you wake up in the morning, is the first thing you do make your bed, or do you leave it a mess all day? You have dishes in the sink. Is your house a mess? Just the physicalness of your house. That's order in your kingdom. That's the first
Right. That's
piece
the
of
first thing.
order in your kingdom.
Yep.
Right. And we've often said how you do anything is how you do everything. So if your house is a disaster, how's your finances? How's your relationships? How's your health? How's your appearance?
Yeah.
How's your confidence? All of those are aspects of order in your kingdom. If you don't have those things in order, it's going to be hard to move to the next pillar.
Yeah. And as a tip to men out there, because the hardest work is looking at ourselves and admitting these things. So for this pillar, look around and the people in your life, maybe your wife, your kids, the people that you work with, if you have a business or however that is, how are they doing? Are they thriving in your field when you're around? Like, what's your experience of that? Because it's easier sometimes to see our effect in others than in ourselves, at least at the beginning of this journey of men's work. Because again, we said hardest thing for a man to do is to really look at himself and take ownership of his shit. So how are the people doing in your kingdom? Is there order in your kingdom? Are you always fighting with your spouse? And I hear men say, yeah, we only fight like once a week. I'm like, you fight? Like, really? That often? Okay. But we normalize. So again, really taking stock. That's what these pillars are about.